Namaste. Is it good to be adamant in life? If you think about this word adamant, then definitely we will say no, a person should never be adamant. You should be a little flexible, you should be willing to listen to others, and you should be willing to give in sometimes or let go sometimes and not stick to whatever you are thinking of or whatever you are saying. This is the advice we would hear always, and probably this is what we tell our children also. But there is one area or one occasion when you need to be a little adamant. That is when you are asking the universe for something. When you are meditating and visualizing and asking the universe to manifest something for you, I always say be a little adamant, just like a small child. A small child, when it wants something really badly, and when it is asking its parents, mother or father, it doesn't think of any logic. It doesn't wonder whether the parents can buy this, whether it is possible, how it is going to work, nothing. The child doesn't even think of the ways and means. The child simply says, I want this somehow, please get this for me, I really want this. Sometimes the child may cry, sometimes the child makes a fuss, and if the parents say, no, you're too young, we will not get it for you, then the child may not eat sometimes. So in many ways the child becomes very adamant, and many times if you see, finally parents may give in also and say, okay fine, the child is also continuously asking for this, so let me give. So this is, whether it is good or bad, this is a different thing to analyze, but I am just saying what happens. And when somebody is really adamant and sticks to what he is saying, then at some point or the other people also start thinking, okay, maybe we should just give in. So that, I won't say it's right all the time in life, but then if you are asking the universe for something, then I would say that is the best attitude, because there are many people who talk to me about this, because I teach that in my classes in Alpha Mind Power. That's the first thing I teach, how to go to the alpha level and then how to visualize your goals and make them happen. So when you visualize your goals in meditation, you are asking the universe to manifest something for you. And a lot of people come and tell me that, yeah, the technique is very good, certain things did work out, but there was this one goal which was not working out. And I meditated for nearly 15 days, nothing happened, and then I gave up. So what do I do? Then I tell them, see, what made you think that 15 days is enough? Some goals need a lot of energy to make them happen. Some goals need a lot of perseverance. You need to continue to visualize. You need to continue to put in your efforts if you really want to manifest that goal. And 15 days may be too short a time to try and give up. And then they will say, yeah, I will do again. And you can understand that the determination is not there. But there are people who have visualized a goal continuously for months together, and they have been able to manifest it in the end. Because certain goals require more energy. Certain goals may not need that much energy. Particularly at the alpha level, when you meditate, a lot of energy gets added to the goal, and it can manifest very easily. But if originally that goal was not there in your destiny, the energy level is very low, that probability of the goal manifesting is very low, then it requires a lot of energy to be added. So then it requires a more perseverant outlook, which you can also say that adamant outlook, that yes, I want to manifest this somehow. I'll give you one example. One of our Alpha Siddhas, he met me recently, and then he said, ma'am, definitely the technique works, but we have to continue. That is what you have been telling us in classes. But many times I used to wonder about it. But this one goal, he said, I just continued for almost more than a year. He said it is more than a year, and finally it has manifested, and he explained what it was. He said he wanted to buy a house. In his family, they decided that they will buy their own house, and they started looking out. That was about 3 years back. And then he said almost for 1.5 to 2 years, we kept looking at so many houses. Either the houses were not within our budget, or the vastu was not good or something. And my wife said we must buy only a villa in a gated community. And then my father-in-law said that will be very expensive. Then I felt it's way beyond my means. So that way we were never able to agree. And sometimes a good house, good apartment would come up, but then the vastu, there will be some problem or some other reason. So it was going on like that. Then he said, then he attended our Alpha Mind Power class, and he said, I started visualizing that we have purchased a nice villa in a gated community, just the way my wife wanted. I also liked that idea. So he said, I started meditating for that, and after about a month I started feeling a little tensed. I said, I've been meditating every day, but still we are not finding the right house. And then I was almost about to give up when he said, I saw one of your videos. In that video you had spoken about why it is necessary to continue to meditate and not give up in between, and he said that gave me the motivation to continue. And he said, I started again meditating for a house, for a villa. Then he said months went by, and every day I would just go, I would do the meditation and visualize. And he said after that he attended some of our other classes, our online classes also. But he said, whatever meditation I practice from Alpha Mind Power, I'll do it in the morning, but at the end of the meditation I will visualize that we have got this nice house and we are living there. And he said it took almost 1 year. But after that almost when 1 year was coming to a close, we found the right house, and we registered, we got the house. And he said, today we have moved into that house, we did the puja, we have moved in, and we are, he said, very, very happy because it's exactly the way I visualized. But it took more than a year to manifest. So he says, I was so happy that I was adamant enough with the universe, as you said, and determined enough to make it happen, that I did not give up in between. So that is where sometimes we need to be a little bit adamant in our thinking. And especially when you are talking to the universe, do not think of ways and means. I keep saying this many times, because when you think of ways and means, you get stuck there. The mind starts thinking logically, and the mind will tell you that this cannot happen, that is very difficult, this is very too much to ask for. All that will come from the logical mind. But if you simply tell the universe, be like a child, and as if you are asking your mother, ask the universe, this is what I want, and visualize it properly in your alpha level, you will really see that it works out. But the time required to manifest can vary depending on the goal, depending on the energy the goal has. So you must have that perseverance to continue and to adamantly keep on asking the universe, this is what I want. That way you can manifest any goal. You should have the patience also to see it through. So that is one area where you can be a little adamant and can manifest what you want. So try it and see for any goal that you have pending.